Hello and welcome, you amazing person. My name's Rob. I'm the Manic Gaming Guy. And today, we're going to be talking BeamNG map making. Hooray! I've already shown you in the last episode of this beautiful map making tutorial series thing I'm doing how to lay a road and get it smooth. Remember, if you did watch it and you're not quite happy, just keep trial and error. Keep laying that road until it's perfect, okay? You just keep doing that. But as you can see, after you've done that, you've got your terrain, you've got this beautiful road, it looks bland. As you can see, I've put some water in this one. You haven't seen the water yet. Maybe we'll do a tutorial on how to do the water, but for now, I'm going to show you how to turn the blandness into this. Which is just a bit of eye candy for when you're going around, basically. So, let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, well, where to start, hey? What I recommend you do is don't overdo it. If you notice, mine's more bushy near the road than it is away from the road. And I haven't bothered putting any over here because you're never going to see them. The more trees you have and stuff, the more CPU usage and GPU use up. So just keep that in mind. But today we are going to be using the forestry tool, and we're going to be using the little paint tool. So let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, so I've already made my terrain flat enough as I think it could be. Obviously, the only important bits, as it's a driving game, is seeing from the roads. When this is covered with trees and covered with other debris and things, it will look perfectly nice and fine. You can obviously maybe bring everything in a bit closer if you want it to be really sketchy. I've gone for a bit of a Nürburgring fill, which has a bit of clearway. Little smaller trees. You can imagine people coming off this and taking out all the big trees anyway, hence why they're not there anymore. So what I suggest you do is go to your forestry tool first. If you've got no brushes, I guess I'll have to show you how to quickly make one, shall I? Right, click on the brush. Click up here, add new brush. No, I clicked the wrong button. Okay, click up here. Click add new brush group. Got a new brush group, rename it to what you want. Small things or big things or logs, trees, whatever you plan to put in. Maybe it's just lots of ferns. And then click on the brush afterwards, and then you add an element. You need to click on the element. You need to go down to here, and you'll have a list of things you can choose from. Let's say we're going to go for all the bushes. So you just add a bush, and then you click on bush. Oh yeah, you can do this. I forgot this little quick tip. Say you want 5 elements. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, I've got 6 now. And then you can do this a lot quicker. And then say like, yeah, bush B, bush A, bush. Whoopsie. I can just change that quickly. In fact, I will do it because I want this to be a bush one. Put this bush on there. That one's been done. You can also change the ratio of how often the bushes come in and things like that. But I'm not going to be doing that with this. Oh, I've done the oak. What other ones we got then? Come on, one more bush, please. Okay, fern will do. Oh, does the fern still work? It does. Okay. And you click on bush. And now it's got all of these selected within the tree. Oh yeah, I was going to say, like, you can change your ratio and scales and things, minimum scale, maximum scale. Ah, you can change the size of things. I did not know you can do that. Let's give that a little go. I'm gonna put 0.5 in there and 2 in there. So 1 is obviously the real scale. 2 is gonna be 2 times the size. 0.5 is gonna be half the size. And I'm guessing it's working. Yeah, that's the same tree, I think, in a different sizes. Ah, I did not know you could do that. So that's obviously a recommendation. Do have a play with this stuff. Shrink, radius, slope, mix. Okay. We'll maybe have to do a tutorial on that one day. Have a bit more of an in-depth look. Anyway, click on bush. I'm a bit rambling on again. Your bushes and your small things, you don't need to put them up here. People aren't going to be paying attention to that. So I reckon make your brush size, I don't know, 30, 40. And you want to be going close to the road, or close as you need to be with your texture, and then just lay a nice strip next to it. Keep a low number, because a high number is just ridiculous, and obviously it takes up space for other things to be laid there. So if you just constantly fill it with bushes, you won't be able to fit any trees or anything there. Now I am going to try and think high sight wise what I'm doing here, because I want this to be a little bit of a water's edge, so I'm not going to have any trees in this particular part. So yeah, I'm not going to do the whole road, by the way, just so you'd have to see me sitting here and going up down, but I would normally just go down the road with my one brush tool and work my way down. There we go, got that one done. And then I think I've got some rocks would be quite cool to throw in there. I don't want to go crazy with my rocks, because they can look a bit hideous when they're overdone. Throw a few of those neat. I will need quite a lot of rocks on my water's edge to make it look realistic. Things can be changed. You can delete things, which I will show you how to do, in fact. So say I only want to delete this one particular rock. I can, well, we'll say number 58. I want to delete just that one. I can erase just that selected, wherever that pops up. Only delete that one. Or if I want to delete all just the rocks, I can do that. Or I can delete everything by holding that one down. I don't want to do my work, so I'm not going to do that. Let's put some of those rocks back in, shall we? Beautiful. So we're already getting some sort of texture going on. I think some like ferns and stuff would look quite cool down here, but they're not really standing out in this map. They are in here somewhere. Was that just one? I don't know. Anyway. So we've done some rocks. A little bush party. So this is going to be some more bushes and some extra stuff like debris on the ground. So just going to throw some of that in there. And then forest floor. Was that actually what I wanted? No, that's just more rocks and stuff. I think it's under the tree, even though it's not trees. That's the one. And then you go a bit bigger for your tree one. I'll just go all the way out, and yeah, it's huge. Yeah, we're going big. Keep the ratio about the same. Maybe a bit more dense. Yeah, we'll go for something like that. You just work your way along. You can hold and drag, or you can click, depending what sort of shapes you get in. I'm trying to get some in and out. I don't want a flat edge, basically, of the woods. I know it's been chopped by a road, but I do want some in and out bitty bobs like this, basically, like my line's jaggedy. Don't need to go on the other side of the hill. Probably didn't need to add those. Control Z, Control C and all that. Oh, you've got button options down here. It took me a while to actually see them originally, but they will give you some options of doing stuff. If you get confused and you've forgotten a button while you're trying to mock about. So there we go. Already looking quite better. There are some differences we can make though. I think you wouldn't get this sort of lush grass in your woodlands. Maybe in some sort of crunchy hillside, but not in this little foresty area. So, brushes. Do I quickly show you how to make a brush? If you're copying right from the start, you've probably only got like 1 or 2 brushes. Just add terrain material, which is this thing up here. If all your windows, and if you're trying to find any windows not up, by the way, just click on window. You've got more up there. Okay, yeah, so add terrain. I've already got some made up, so I can add some concrete. And now it's going to do its thinking. Do your thinking. There we go. You might want to hit save. That'll go away. And now we got concrete. There we go. Marvelous. I'm going to take that away. You can also make your own up here. You just push this button here, and you get to make your own terrains. That's for another video. It takes too long for this video, unfortunately. Just use what you got here. If you haven't got this, unfortunately, you have to go Google or drag some over or try and make your own. But keep in mind, the terrain painter is going to affect the car. So you see this bit of grass on the road? The car will be affected by that grass. It will think it's on grass and not asphalt. So you'd think it's the decal, you know, this grey stretch that I put on one of these would control what the car does. But no, it's the terrain brush. The terrain brush will affect the car. Keep that in mind. Food for thought. Okay, let's get rid of that. I want forest floor now. Not all the way big. Inside the forest floor, I'm just going to have fully dense. And then we'll feather it out towards the edges. I'm going to go for that sort of technique. And see how it looks. You may be an artist. You may recommend other ways of doing this. So basically, I don't want anything to look too man-made. Nature's chaotic, it's all over the place. So should your art be. Okay, now I've got 100% pressure and made a big long dike line in there. We can reduce the pressure, put it on, say, rocks, and then up the sides again. And then we can draw a little bit of rockage in there. I think that's probably a bit too dense. I don't know why you have to try and go so small with this if you don't want much. You can't really have it clipped where you want it to be. Okay, 10 will do. 0.10. There we go. And then I also recommend, don't just do jaggedy dots because it will look really weird. So just get a small brush, put it on 100% pressure, and just fill in some areas that actually looks like there are some proper rocky places. Try and avoid the trees because trees don't grow as well in rocks, so it wouldn't be realistic. But put a few little blobs like this. There we go. Obviously use your own artistic eye. You might have a better one than me. But already from a distance, that's looking a bit more realistic. I also do have a second brush, which we can throw in every so often, just to say, look, there's some dead grass up there. Let's put a little bit of dead grass in there. A little bit of not so healthy grass there. And that'll just add a few more tonnage to it. We can also go reduce the strength, make it a bit dotty, so you're getting a bit of a patchiness going on. Brilliant. So that's how I would decorate and use your terrain tools. So we have just done forestry. You've added your own brushes. I told you to change them. If you've got no brushes, by the way, to add when you click on this thing. Oh, I'm getting really lost now. You know when I added an element and we changed it? You have to go on mesh. Here's all your brush options in the forestry tool. If you've got none in your meshes, you didn't have to add a new mesh tool. Which is maybe just experiment. If you can't do it, let me know in the comments and I'll make a video on it. I just need to make this water edge look a bit better now. So I'm going to go to maybe sand again. Yeah, let's do sand. Put the pressure up. Put this up. Probably a bit too big. I'm just going to go in and out of thisness. I'll let nature do its thing. Imagine there was probably a better thing to put under the water than sand, but it seems to work for me. I tend to go for a bit of a polka dot mess anyway when I do this. Right, let's reduce the pressure. Do little dotty things every so often. Yeah, it's alright. Not so bad. Just it needs a bit more here. And then I think I had mud involved. Let me put the pressure back up. Then you back up. Imagine being quite muddy under the water. And then obviously we want some rocks again. Okay, that's too much. I am rushing this a little bit. You may want to take your time. I probably recommend taking your time. There we go. And I think a bit of the yellow grass will look quite good down this side. Let's reduce that. Turn that up a little bit. And let's line this sand with this yellow grass. Just following the natural curve of the hills. Already from a distance that looks a bit more natural. Very pixelated unfortunately, but that's the game for you, I guess. Well, there we go. An already better looking road. We just need to style up the road now, the decal. Which I'll throw in there as a little quick tip. So what you can do, I've used the decal button to choose the decal, and I'm going to choose the pencil, and it's actually still highlighted the decal. I can use Control C and Control V, and that's now made a new one of these roads. I can move it to the side. There you go, it's just there. Control Z to undo that. Now I'm going to go back to decal. Use Control A to highlight all the nodes. And now up here, all the nodes are highlighted. Some of them aren't in the same place. That's why they're all red. They don't match. Don't change them. I'm going to change the node width to 0.2. That's now made it really thin, but it stays exactly in the middle all the way down the road. I'm just now going to... Where are you? Grab the single white line I've got. Control copy. Now highlight the other one. Control V. And then we've got our white line put back in. I do want to make this a dotted line eventually, but yeah, it is what it is for now. Make it line up a bit better. And that's it. I do have other tutorials. One's called Country Roads. I do recommend going to watch that. I go into a little bit more detail about actually doing the roads themselves and giving them layering decals over the top of each other. I probably will want to do another one of those again soon for... What am I doing? Asphalt, there we go. Probably for one of these videos. But I'm going to also want to remake some decals, make some of my own decals, make some of my own dotted lines and roads and potholes and things. And also we need some road edges that we can put in here. I don't think I've got any at the moment in this map, so I'm going to have to import some of those. But basically you'd lay something like this down. I think I might actually have one. Actually no, yeah, it's terrible. And it would be like a grass patch. Just basically irons up the side of the road. I don't recommend using it everywhere, because do you really want to have to lay this road down all the way down the side of it? I don't particularly do. I tend to would wait for a corner or something. You get like some that are like dirt side roads, and like you can imagine someone cutting a corner, hitting the verge. That's when I would use it on tight roads and things. I wouldn't use it everywhere. If you go too fast, really, you even notice it's there half the time. Would be nice to tie up this edge. You know, to get the grass brush and tediously go down here and just do this all the way down the road, and then you get your asphalt and do it. If, by the way, if you're finding like the pixels are ginormous, you've messed up. I did that in my very first map and I had to restart all over again. You should be able to get reasonably close with the brush before like it just jumped onto the road. Like you can see where the pixels are lining up. If you want to change your pixels and all that sort of stuff, I don't think you can do it, or don't recommend doing it mid-game. But yeah, you can go to your terrain in your seam tree, which is the terrain. And then you got base text size. I'm pretty sure that's the pixels in relation to the map. And I actually have a 4K map, so it's 4096. So I'm pretty sure that should be 496, and then I should be able to line things up perfectly. I noticed this a bit too late, and I'm not bothering changing it now. The tutorial started, the road's looking okay, we're going with it. But just keep that in mind if things don't look right. But if you learn from me, this is probably like one of your... Sorry, I just thought I'd change something. It's probably like one of your first maps or third map or something like that. It's, you know, it takes time to learn them. So just keep that in mind. You're going to mess a few up and they're not going to be perfect first time round. But that's okay. We all want to learn as well. Anyway, I've been the Manic Gaming Guy. Expect some changes to come along with this map as I progress it. If you've not seen it yet, I do recommend going to the beginning of the tutorial where we started all the way over here. And yeah, we're just slowly teaching you how to do things as we go along. And it's not looking too bad. It's quite a fun road. You do get up some crazy speeds. I had a car doing 180 miles an hour down this road. That was scary. This bump needs lowering. Well, I might just leave it. It does look quite natural still. But yeah, if you send a car up this too fast, it does send you flying. So it's like what I said when I said trial and error, people, I really do mean it. Some things you'll just think, oh, that looks perfectly fine. And then you'll test it out and it will be horrible. So just go over and change it. Keep in mind as well, I'll show you this other tool with the forestry tool. Yeah, you thought we were finished, didn't you? I know I did. I feel better about that now. Say you've got all your trees down and you change the terrain. Because these trees are now linked to this terrain where it is. And now they're not. I've moved the terrain. All you got to do is click on your forestry tool and you got this snap to terrain tool. And put it on. You got to click a brush. Don't know why it does that sometimes, but click a brush and it will snap it down to the terrain for you. So I think that's it. Hopefully you've enjoyed this tutorial. It's been very helpful for you. I do want to make a fair few more for you, so I do recommend maybe subscribing And if you have really liked it and you want to give me a big push, hit that like button. It always helps cheer me up. And I'll hopefully see you also in the next video. Keep it real, stay safe, and share that love. Bye-bye.